All right, shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, born Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God, his true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is in the Rawchaa, Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. Then you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great. And the other wicked Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Qadash. It's the Holy Spirit that's been bestowed upon the men. The Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to complete this work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Let us all to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness of wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying those who fear in the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9, it's unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom, now you sincere believers out there tuning in here on after. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. And we're going to get into various end time topic. The title is basically AI is about to really play with Jake's emotions. So-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, as we said earlier. Of course, Israel looks like other nations as well. The seed line of Jacob. So when we speak of Jake, we're talking to Jacob. And a lot of Jake is going to start getting, they're going to get emotional and they're going to get out of hand. And they're going to defile the gods, which are the prophets, As it says in the book of Psalms, it says, ye are gods. This is talking about these 144,000 elect men that he sent to basically give Israel the message, that war is coming, death and destruction. So we're going to get into this, and we're going to show you some things that are going on, some of the things that they're doing in Israel. My camera's not working right now. Just bear with me. Let me get over here, and we're going to get into the first little segment. And, it was real edifying for me. One of the elders, he sent a video that we're going to go into, and it reminds me kind of like of my childhood, something I'm going to mention too. Because, when you're a child, some of us who play video games and stuff, but a lot of this stuff, they were putting hidden subliminal messages in it. So we're going to go and show you some of that, but we're going to show you this right here. Everything you about to see right here is about to be AI, man. And it's going to make Jake, because some Jakes is just real gullible, man. And they're going to get in their emotions, and they're going to be like, see, yeah, man, I knew them GMS brothers was going off. I knew, like, they're going to be like that. But, it's all because the Lord wanted them to be. So, just give me a sec. We'll get into it. This is GMS Bomb Allah reporting out of GMS OK-LA-Homa camp. Lord willing, is edifying. So we're going to get started with this. And we're going to listen to the elder out of New York.
Hi, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. All blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, through his only begotten Son, our Lord and our Savior, whose name is Yahawashi. And double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who taught me his truth, and salutations to the elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Atham and I'm back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, is edifying, quick, fast, straight and to the point. And we told y'all, man, these demons are only going to intensify in these last days. They're going to really, really just go all out, right? And I'm not talking about the brother you see on the screen, which He goes by the name of Naquam from the Watchman for Israel. And this is not even him. This is an AI video. So I was watching this video, right? I'm gonna play it. You know, it just so happened to land on this, you know, as this is the first individual that you're gonna see, and then there's some more brothers, elders that you're gonna see as well. But this is AI, right? So I came across this video because I knew it was a nigga. Some nigga bugged out ass demon came on the comment board and asked me a question. And in my mind, I already had a response. And it wasn't a good response. I'm gonna say it like that, because sometimes people come on the comment board asking some stupid ass questions and you kind of formulate a response in your mind already before, you know, you put it on wax. You know what I'm saying? Your first thoughts, your initial thoughts. But your initial thoughts is not always what you're gonna put out there. But my thought was like, nigga, are you retarded? Like something along those lines. So I clicked on this page before I even said anything, which I'm not gonna say shit. We're not even gonna, you know, get this nigga too much shine or whatever at all. But just to prove the point, you know what I'm saying? There was a video I did on you know, mentioning about Priest Zabat, you know, saying that a brother in GMS or brothers in GMS threatened his life. So somebody left a comment, clicked on his page, and he had this video put up. So it's entitled "Eat My Body, Drink My Blood, Challenge Hebrew Israelites," something.
And that's the thing, like
whatever.
Before the elder go into this, like we too spiritual to be doing that. Like that's real worldly. You know how you get online and they'll be like, they'll do that like challenge stuff. Like we serious about the scriptures over here. So there ain't no way like we gonna come out just out of nowhere and just do something like you would see like some Esau Edom so-called white girls doing or something. Like talking about some like scam my boyfriend, act like I cheated on him challenge. Like, you know, like why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? But some of this is gonna make some of these Jakes out here, they're gonna fall for this. Okay. You gonna find out though that you was false accusing us, and there's a real bad judgment for people who are doing that.
I clicked on it. And I'm like, all right, maybe he talking about Naquam from Watchmen for Israel or something. Got some shit to say or whatever, or, you know, whatever. So I clicked on it and this shit just was fucking demonic and bugged out. So look at this video. And I'm like, nah, no fucking way that brother ever did no dumb shit like that. Or, you know, this.
No way.
Nah.
No even though they go off the doctrine on particular things, they still like, they ain't finna do nothing like this, man. This is all the way off, man.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know in person. He came up to the camp on 34th once, you know, listen, you went to the apostles, listen and whatnot. So, you know, I don't know his physical features. You know, when you know a person, you know a person. Like I could see somebody on the screen, and if it's them, I'll be like, yeah, that's that person. But if you really know somebody, you're like, nah, that's not that person. Even though it look almost striking exactly like that person, I wouldn't be able to know. But after seeing this, you know, fucking reaction, and you know, this look like it's really him. But after seeing when he grabbed the bread and drink that wine, I'm like, nah, that's fucking AI. But just to show you how wicked this AI shit is getting. And
see what I'm saying? It does look like an actual human right there, man. So like, you know, it's gonna be a lot of people who don't even really watch our videos and just don't even really tap into what we're saying, and they're gonna use that against us, man. They're gonna try to make it seem like we said a lot of stuff that we didn't say, man.
How these wicked ass niggas following after Esau Edom is you know, because Esau Edom is gonna use this technology to frame brothers. And I've said that shit in the past plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we've said that don't be surprised they try to use AI to try to frame like we did something. So brothers, be on point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even you Israelites group, you know, you Israelite from other groups or whatever, be on point, stay on point. Yeah, no, you know, every time GMS brothers from the apostles went down, make a video about you, You know, it's never a negative thing. It's always reproof. You know, get the doctrine in order, get right. You know, teach the truth, teach what it is. Stop, you know, being proud and blah, 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 whatever. So this video right here is just telling all y'all Israelites to stay on point. Because if a nigga could get his hand on this type of technology and this type of craft, so to speak, what you think Esau got? And I believe the nigga that did the video, he's towards the end of this video. So let me just play it, because even the apostles is on it. That shit bugged out. Look, once I seen that, I was like, nope. Matter of fact, bro, I mean, it damn near look like the apostles, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Look at this shit.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna play it too much, but
that's no way that's the apostles, bro. You can even see his glasses look like it don't look right.
Damn near look like the apostles.
It damn near look like them, but it's just not, bro. It's just not. You can tell. Like them glasses look fake as hell for one. And on top of that, let me show you a little clip. I want to show a little clip of their last camp. This is what their videos look like, man. And we ain't never just walking down the street with our garments on, for one. We the main ones in GMS. We teach not to be walking around with your fringes on everywhere, man. Like that's another way for you to know it's fake. You know? But we gonna point this out. We don't just be walking around in the park doing challenges. Like, nah, man. But you can go send this to somebody like overseas that nobody ain't even never heard us and maybe not even speak English, and they play this and that Jake might fall for that. You know what I'm saying? So we telling you, bro, like they gonna use this stuff and they got way better technology. Let me get to this. Let me get to this. This is what it looks like, man. When they're on the street, it doesn't look nothing like that, bro. It looks like, you know, real. Like that looks AI like a motherfucker. It's all looks too perfect and shit. Nah, this is what the apostles look like whenever they teach it, man. This is what they look like. Hold on. You can tell the difference. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it, but you're gonna see like it's not no super nice camera and shit. It's just a regular ass camera and it looks like real life. That's the one thing about AI. They ain't got it to where it can look like real. But some people still gonna follow for it. See, this is one of their last camps. Right here. See? You see how slimmer Apostle Tahar looks? Look how they got him looking in the video. They got him looking like, you know what I'm saying, almost like it's him. Okay? This is what they're doing with it. But you know that's not Apostle Tahar, man. That can't be. Because this is what their videos look like. They done altered it. And they got the rest of everything like blended out, like, you know what I'm saying? You know that's not Apostle Tahar in there. There's no way, bro. Like that doesn't look fake right there. That looks like they're really out there teaching the word. Okay? That's the point I wanted to make. But he's gonna show a couple more of them. And like he said, there's this Jake who basically made the video and was like, if you're doing this and whatever, well, whatever, man. He knows we're not doing stuff like that. You know, I just want to go into a couple of precepts on it. But they know we're not doing nothing like that, man. That's straight like you really trying to you out of ideas to get people not to believe in us, basically. And that Jake really thought he probably got that from somebody else and just straight went with it. He was like, "Oh man, they're doing that." Ain't heard none of the doctrine, nothing. That's all we tell you. He about to play with Jason Moses. He gonna say some stuff that's gonna get his ass blown up out here. So the missiles is coming, man. The missiles is coming from Yahawashi, and he's not playing, man. It's gonna be a lot of death in this land. It's just gonna be because Jake got too emotional, man, and wanted to get all salty for nothing. They already got a lot of Jakes out here. They be out here talking to AI females online, getting catfish and everything. Jake don't get it, man. You're gonna find out. Well, I just got a couple precepts on it, but then we're gonna go into this game that I played when I was younger. You know, one of the elders put it on the chat, and it's a game. I literally remember this scene that he put out there. I was like, man, like, so I was already like seeing stuff that was gonna happen. You know, now that you know the elders and apostles would bring it back, it's like, dang, man, that's crazy. Like I remember watching that as a child. Like they were programming us and telling us like this is what's gonna happen. You know, but it was really the Most High doing it to show us that by the time we got here, we really wasn't gonna lose no faith. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord power in your hearts, which talking about your minds. You know, Yahawashi, and be ready to always give answer to every man that asketh you a question of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. And of course, this is going in to answering people who are sincere, because you even have Yahawashi, sometimes the Pharisees, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, because you had righteous scribes and Pharisees as well. But, you know, they would sometimes ask Yahawashi, they would be like, hey, yeah, man, what about this? And Yahawashi would be like, well, if you don't answer me this first, I'm not going to answer you that. You got to answer me this first. So when it's talking about everyone who sees the hope in you, it means that, you know, they're really trying to get cleansed. Okay. A lot of people that come up and try to talk to us, a lot of y'all is not really trying to get right with the Most High. A lot of people, they're trying to basically spy out our liberty. Okay. That we have in Yahawashi, you know. So a lot of people, we like, what's the point of answering you? Because it said, don't cast your pearls on the swine, which is like basically don't give somebody the truth that's not going to take it and apply themselves, you know. But you got to, like, you know, of course it says you got to test the spirits, but sometimes you can just evaluate somebody before you start talking and the way they talk to you. If they don't even show no fear and meekness, which is like lowliness of like, damn, I'm like a child. I don't really know much. I'm trying to learn. They're not even coming like that. You know damn well they're not somebody that's really sincere. You know, and maybe sometimes they might be. They just got to get corrected a couple times and then they might get right. It could be that too. That's why you just, you know, that's why it said present yourself as a living sacrifice. You know, a lot of people out here acting, man. You could end up telling somebody something that really wasn't supposed to know it, but it's the Lord doing it anyway so they can get condemned. So verse 16, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you, right, you're going to have people, they're going to be talking crazy about us, even though we really not really crazy, man. We got jobs, we work, you know what I'm saying, on a regular basis. Some of us got, you know, small businesses we run outside of that. None of us be out here just doing whatever, but they're going to be acting like we actually out there doing stuff like that. As of evildoers, that they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Hamashiach, which is talking about Yahawashi. You know, Hamashiach means basically the anointed, which they say Christ. Okay? Salakia. I was drinking some water and kind of got caught up. Verse 17, for it is better if the will of the Most High be so, that if ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing, you know. So that's how you know the persecution is coming on you, Jake. Even if you do right, And really, it said it said when a man becomes righteous, a man or a woman, it makes us a prey. So you got to expect the majority of people to, come against us, man. And this is what's crazy is like the churches, they only deal with mainly the New Testament, but the New Testament, like they don't even follow it because it's like it talks about people when they revile you, you're blessed, but they don't act like that. They don't act like that, man. They don't act like that. They trying to fit in society and be somebody here. It's Matthew chapter 5, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, right? That was part of reviling our elders and apostles, like what was happening right there. And persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Okay, that's part of the prophecy. So that's why the Lord said, don't get offended, really when that stuff happened, because it's like, for what? Like this is part of, us getting the kingdom. And this is part of the laws, man. So we know that the people that's doing this is going to get dealt with severely. Exodus 23, verse 1, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. And that's what we see in majority in the earth are unrighteous witnesses to Yahawashi, man. Okay, and they're going to use AI to add on to that, man. They're going to use AI to do that. And Jake is going to be getting played, man. He not going to get it. This is Psalm chapter 15, verse 1. We was going in this. We was all talking about these scriptures the other day. Over here, the brothers, the younger brother and Zaquan, we was going into these. We was reading about it. The younger brother kind of brought it up. So I'm going to bring it up over here. Psalm chapter 15, verse 1, a psalm of David, Lord, talking about, right here it's all caps. Anytime it's all caps in the Old Testament, it's talking about Yahawah, the Heavenly Father. Who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? Right? Talking about who's going to be part of the elect. Who is going to be the chosen? Because there's a chosen. There's a chosen and there's not a chosen. There's right, wrong, up, down, good, bad. There's not everybody's getting chosen. Verse 2, he that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh truth in his heart, which is talking about his mind, right? Those are the ones that are going to be considered. So if you're out here bringing false witness, to the teachers of truth, that's why even us, we're not going to go out, even though we tell you other camps are going off sometimes. That's because that's our job. If we don't warn them that they're going off, they said in Ezekiel that we would get punished. So we have to do that. That's part of what the Lord commanded us to do. We're not doing it to be like, oh, y'all just damn forever. Like we're really doing it to, give them the chance to repent. You know what I'm saying? Verse 3, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, right? Which basically is like you claiming the truth and claiming what we believe in. And then you just start, I don't know about that, or I don't know about that. Or if you hear the truth, but you still doing Christmas and holidays and all that. And that's what is getting to that point. It's getting to that point to where you as a prophet, Jake, you as a believer, even once if y'all not teaching, you're going to get to that point to where you're not going to even want to really be around your immediate family either. Because it's like all they're doing is wickedness and not turning back. So that, ultimately they're enemies of Yahawashi. We love Yahawashi more than ourselves. And a lot of people can't really say that and really mean that, man. We do. That's why that's why we've given our lives as a sacrifice to make sure this work get out, man. Even though we don't even know if we're going to make it out of here. Nor do of evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, And that's doing evil towards your neighbor, which is like your fellow Israelite. That's what's talking about, your fellow Israelite, man. You don't go out and just be saying they be doing stuff they don't be doing. Even the elder, the elder in New York, he was defending the Watchman for Israel, Jake, and they be going off on plenty stuff. They did a whole 6-hour video on what the mark of the beast was, and they didn't even tell you what it was. It don't take 6 hours. It's like a 10-minute video. It's talking about the RFDICHIP you put in your right hand to your forehead. That's in your credit card right now. They want to make you the credit card and put it in there. The beast is talking about NATO in the EU and America's in NATO, okay? Which rules NATO in the EU, okay? That's what it's talking about. That takes 15 seconds, Jake. That don't take 6 hours, okay? But he still defended him. He said, no, he wouldn't do that. Hey, we don't even really know that guy like that. I like, no, he wouldn't do nothing like that. We ain't never seen him do nothing like that. You know? For in whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he that honoreth them, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. You know, he that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. What's that talking about when they talk about he swears to his own hurt? That's saying, like, basically we putting ourselves on the line out here, man. And we're not changing to fit the narrative of America, Babylon the Great, and fit the narrative to be accepted in society. You know, they always say GMS is the most hated camp because we never changed up, man. We stuck with the doctrine that was given to us by the apostles and elders coming out of One West, man. We stuck with that, man. And we're going to continue to stick with it. Rawchaa, Lord willing, man, because it's all up to the Lord whether we do or not. But so far, he's been making us do it. And we thank him for it every day. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahawashi shall suffer persecution. So this is part of that. AI and stuff. And I'm like I said, I'm going to go pull up this game. And we're going to go in it because, you know, a lot of Jakes, you know, those games, you know, it talks about we're children of the Most High. So a lot of Jakes, hopefully, you know, Rawchaa, Lord willing, some Jake that used to play that game, because you got some Jakes that like video games. You know, maybe this will bring back some memories like, dang, the Lord was talking to me. So verse 13, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, being deceiving and being deceived, of course. So, you know, I wanted to go into some precepts first. And now we're going to go into a couple videos going into this AI, going into particular things. And you got to give me a second because they done took down some reason my the video I wanted to play. I got to pull it back up real quick. Pull it up over here real quick. Come on now. But yeah, it's this video, man, that's going into this. And let me see. While it's popping up, yeah, it's starting to pop up now. But I'm going to ask this first. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so this game that I'm talking about, it's called Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, right? And it came out November 13th, 2001. So it literally came out basically 32 days later after September 11th. And, you know, if you know the numbers, we always talk about them. You know that's some Illuminati shit going on right there. You know that. Because we already went to 32s, 23 backwards, and blah, blah, blah. We know all that shit. We talk about it all the time. It's crazy, man. So that means, like, I was born in 92. So I was like 11 or something when I played this shit. I was like 10, 11 years old. Okay? Because that used to all we used to do, because you know, my dad was in the military, so you know, we always wanted to go outside. Me and my older brother, we always used to like to go outside, but he used to be like, we got to be back in before dark. Some days we'd be like, you can't go outside because, you know, he was in the military. He knew what was going on outside. So, you know, as things grew worse in America, Babylon the Great, especially with Jake being in a racist nation, sometimes our dad would be like, nope, stay your ass in the house. We couldn't go outside. So, shoot, we was in that motherfucker playing video games. What the fuck else we supposed to do? So this one, that's crazy though. That oh man, what did he say? What did he say about it? Nah, this ain't fake. I know this ain't fake because I remember playing this game. This is exactly what it did. This can't be fake because I remember this. I remember playing this because that's what it was. Like you was able to use the AI little thing. It was something where you was able to use the little AI thing. It was to do something. I can't remember all the way, but it was something in the game where you could use it to hack into stuff and like, you know, make it seem like you was like over here hiding, but you'd be over there hiding. Okay. And he had these people he was listening to the government and they would call him every now and then and he'd tap in and talk to him. Like this is really how the game was, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember this because I played it myself. So maybe a brother looked it up or elder looked it up and they were saying it's fake, but I'm saying, me speaking as a man, I remember playing this and this is how the game went, man. Because Metal Gear Solid, they had a whole bunch of AI type shit in there. They had little cloaks and stuff. You could be invisible and stuff. They were doing all types of stuff like that. So I'm going to show it real quick. We're going to watch it real quick. It's just a little conversation.
2001, a game called Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted the future better than any Simpsons episode could have ever possibly predicted the future.
Let me see if I can YouTube, man. It's messing up. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Because sometimes they be trying to say stuff is fake, but nah, this is in the game. I remember this. Even like when I listened to it first, I was like, dang, I can remember that scene. Like I remembered it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this same because if I find on YouTube, it's a little easier. It'll work better. Because a lot of stuff they was showing a lot of stuff in 2001 too, man. Let me see if I can find this dude. See, here goes another one. It's a whole different one where the female's talking to him. Here it go. Yep, about the informational warfare. This is real, man. Like this is not no. I remember playing this, bro. I swear I remember playing this, man. Because this is like one of my favorite games. I beat the whole damn game. I remember this shit. I was like, damn, there's all types of shit going on in this. Hold on, let me get over here. Yeah, AI speech about information warfare. This is not fake. Okay, they did this. Okay, just a lot of people didn't watch it, like, because you have these little scenes where he be talking to somebody. This is exactly what they doing right now, man. 24 years ago. That's, you know, 2 + 4, that's 6, man. And you know what happened in 2001. Watch this.
Raiden, are you
The AI was
to
destroyed.
begin with? We're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was
Now
our
we know it
primordial
ain't,
soup, a
hold up.
base of evolution.
Now we know it ain't no 400 years, 400 billion years or whatever. You know, the Earth's only about 13,000 years old, man. For y'all that didn't know. But like he said, the White House for about 200 years ago. How long America Babylon the Great been been here? About 250 years, right? I'm telling you, man, I remember this shit happened. This is real. This I remember playing this, man. I swear, man.
We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap. If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
Right? That's why they coming out with games like Halo and stuff like that. Cause I was watching a little bit of the they made a real series of it the other day, and they made it a little different than the video game, and they went more in depth into it. But Halo was like, it was this ring kind of little thing. It looked like Earth, but it was a ring, right? For y'all that know what it is. But it was basically sentient, like robotic AI life formed with nature, like completely compatible with each other. Okay, so like weird ass shit was going on in there. Okay, that's why they're making games like that. But I want to show this. I want to put a scripture in so we won't go too far without a scripture. You know, us as a prophets, you know, we is nerds a little bit, so we be going in and shit. Okay, it's just what it is. Okay, so this is what it's talking about. Like, this is the scriptures right here, what they're doing. Okay, I might go back a couple little things because it's interesting. Like, why wouldn't you not want to like learn a little bit about this? This is definitely interesting, man. This is, man. This has been people been trying to read this book for centuries, trying to figure out what this is talking about. So we'll start at 1. Ezekiel 28:1. The word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, Son of man, lay unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahawashi, because thine heart is lifted up. And this is really going into Esau, Edom, so-called white man today. And thou hast said, I am a God. That's how Esau is. That's how Esau is. He'd be like, I am a God, because he's making his AI. He's making it to where he's using the MOTB to where you're going to be immortal. He's trying to say you're going to be immortal. You're going to be able to telepathically move stuff on the cursor. He's trying to act like he's the Most High. I sit in the seat of the Most High in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. That's what it said in the New Testament. In 2 Thessalonians, let's talk about Esau, even so-called white man. Here it is in the Old Testament. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. So they learn this stuff. Okay, the Lord let them figure it out. Right? With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure. See? right? By thy wisdom and by thy traffic, right? Slavery. That's verse 5. Thou hast increased thy riches and thine heart is lifted up because thy riches. Here it goes in this video game over here. They got it in damn video game. That's literally what he said. 200 years, we got to digitize life itself. So now they're doing what? AI right now. They got to where it look like apostles on TV right now doing some shit they ain't doing. And that's the stuff that Jake got a hold of. Esau ain't even shown his stuff yet. Because Esau, when he shows his, it's going to be like, damn, it looks like they was out there at camp. It's going to look like that. It's going to look like, damn, that's really them and shit. Like, that's the shit they got, okay? Digitizing life itself. It's going to look like it's a real you doing that shit, and it's going to look like it's distorted like a regular camera and everything, like it was really you there and shit, okay? That's why you want to be around brothers, Jake, so you at least have some witnesses like, nah, his ass was with me, motherfucker. They might even put Jake with you doing the shit, okay? So you tell you, Jake, be on point out here, bro, because this shit's gonna get wild, man. More than Jake can imagine, man. Here you go. I'm gonna go back in. We'll put a little precept in there. Hold on.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives. Through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Man, you gotta be careful with Esau. He'll start saying some words. You gotta start looking shit up. This nigga's is weird. We're gonna look up that word. That's why, like, when I remember playing this, like, I was just like, you know, I was watching it and listening to it because I was into the game, but I didn't really get it. You know, I didn't really get it, man. Now I'm getting like, damn, that shit was talking about what I'm going to be talking about. Well, I'm 33 and shit.
Triteness.
Lack of originality or freshness, dullness due to overuse, which is what? Reincarnation. That's what he's talking about. That's literally what he's saying. It's like, damn, this is the same shit. History repeats itself. Like, damn, it's getting, and what it say? It said dullness due to overuse. What it say? What does scripture say? What it say? This can't be fake, man. I swear I remember this, man. I played the shit out of this game. I think I beat this game twice when I swear, man, this really, like, they did this. You know what I'm saying? I remember this shit. You know what I mean? And that's one thing, the elder and the younger brother over here in GMS Oklahoma, they could tell you. They ask you something about me. I'm good at remembering shit, man. Like, I remember little shit like that. This is 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So as the evils increase, it's like it's weaker through age. So because everything's watered down. Okay, that's what he's saying. They're literally speaking the scriptures right here. Like, that's what they're doing. Man, there ain't no way, Jake. They got this shit out here, and they dropped it 6 years ago. Man, they be always doing them numbers, man. They know what they talking about. They know what they doing.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create
See?
context?
So that's why they want a whole bunch of shit to be out there. Just a bunch of just random ass shit. So then they can create the narrative. This is what Esau does, man. He literally put on here what the fuck he does, man. He always does it in the video games because a lot of people, like, that's why they had, that group of people that people play video games, like, you nerd. But then you didn't find out they done put all the secrets in the damn video game.
Digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although
Look how many people like this shit. A lot of people played this game. Look at this shit. He said, keep in mind the script for this game written in 1999. Like, that's when Matrix came out. There's a lot of people like, hey, man, a lot of people played this game, bro. Like, I remember playing this shit. I'm telling you, this is real, okay? This is not fake, okay? They did this.
people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
Boy, you hear this shit? Esau knew what was coming, bro. Thou art made wiser than Daniel, Jay. They knew what was coming, bro.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
Yeah, that's what the Lord sent Esau to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what he sent him to do, man. To take shit, filter it out, and create lies, motherfucker. Like, this is fucking shit, man. It's heavy right here.
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
And then we talk about that because this dude ain't the main character. This is like the nigga who followed the main character, basically. Okay? And see what they basically speak in reincarnation. Oh, that's your idea? Right? Like, no, bro. Like, this shit is watered down, bro. You ain't your own. This ain't your. You've been a quadrillion people on the planet for your ass. Or you the only one who thought of that? No, bro. No way. This shit's a movie, man.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
Mm-hmm.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right, then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashion, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
See, this is what's gonna happen to most Jakes, man. They're gonna get played just like this PS2 game that we watching right here. You're gonna be like, that's bull crap. Then they go end up switching up their whole doctrine, talk about the heathens can get saved, blah 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 blah. GMS going off. This is literally what's in to happen to Jake, man. That's why we just watching through the whole thing, man. I usually don't watch through the whole video, but fuck it, man. It's hitting some fire right now.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse.
That's what Esau think
You don't
about Jake, man. And when he say this to 2/3, he gonna be right. 2/3 of an abused their freedom, man. The Lord said, hold on, we got to pull the scripture because I've been in here. We've been watching the movie for the last 3, 4, 5 minutes. But, so I'm telling you, Jake, you don't want to be around the prophets. We'll talk about this shit 24 hours, okay? You better stop playing with us. We got plenty to talk about, Jake. Plenty. We're ready for this shit. Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. For brethren, ye have been called into liberty, right? Talking about this truth. Only use not liberty for the occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. That's our liberty, serving each other, man. We use our liberty in this knowledge to serve each other. This is part of the service. We're showing you what we've learned in life and what we know, and we're bringing it to the table, Jake. That's what we're doing. Jake don't think that shit's a big deal, but this stuff like this, you listen close enough, this stuff's gonna save your life at the end. This stuff is gonna have the Lord have pity on you, man. But everybody else, man, Esau gonna be able to turn his ass on like a PS2 controller, turn his ass off, click A, dude, walk forward, backwards. That's what it's gonna be like when you take that MOTB, right? You don't deserve to be free. Oh boy, I'll try to tell you, man. Don't be sleeping on some of these video games, Jake. You're saying some shit.
Deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
You hear that? You hear that? She said, that's a lesson. That's a lesson right there. What'd she say? Run it back. The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. What do you say? What do you say about Jake? Man, you know how many scriptures you can come out with this? This can't be fake, man. Nah. I'm telling you, I remember this. It's literally talking about Jake. And this is how this is why whenever we started teaching, like when we was reading in Revelation 11 yesterday about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, the two witnesses, right? Which is basically the 12 tribes witnessing and destroy the earth. It said when we woke up and we, even though we was powerless, we was just teaching the word. It said they was scared, man. Because they know this, man. They know this, man. They know, bro. They know this is the truth right here. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, right? We weak. But he said, don't fear. I will help thee, which means what? He's going to make us far from powerless. Save the Lord and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. This is all scriptures right here. This is all scriptures right here. And I swear, man, if I could, if I was just rich enough, if I had enough money where I could just go buy a PS2, because they be charging a little bit for them because they're hard to get now. I would go buy one and put it on video and play that motherfucker in front of y'all and go to this moment so you can see the shit really happen in the game. That's how much I loved that damn game when I was young. Like, this really happened. That's why they got it on YouTube. Okay. And this dude, his name is Diamond Snake. So you know this dude, he was a Metal Gear Solid junkie. He got 33,000 subscribers. Okay, with just all of the videos, just games of Metal Gear Solid, man. So nah, man, this is real. Because you know he wouldn't put it on there if it wasn't.
But far from powerless, a single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Yep, just like he had, just like the elder was saying, that retard Jake who came and did all that stuff to the apostles. He didn't even really have nothing powerful. Look what he did. He bring the attention. He bring the attention
figuring out
to scholars, okay,
and
men that are actually teachers, man. He bring that attention up to that. He's really talking about. They're really talking about Jake, right? Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. Hopeful elect, we know what is wanted. We want Yahawashi to come jack you niggas up. The fuck y'all done to us, man? What needs to be done? It said we got to preach this, and then once we done with that, he's coming to whoop y'all ass. So guess what? We're fucking on it, Jake. Fucking on it.
What needs to be done for that goal? All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought, human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth.
So you gotta watch some hoes, Jake.
To say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity.
Ooh. Man, how is a video game gonna say that? Let's ask chat. Man, Man, I remember sitting at the crib, like watching that shit on the thing. Because sometimes I used to skip them if it wasn't really talking about nothing. But I remember watching that one. That one was like, damn. This shit getting deep. But you be
things
going
are starting to
around
make a
and
little sense.
Hold on, stop. You go around and, like, you know, you be shooting people and trying to get out of shit, and then you'll get a phone call. And that's when it pop up like that. That's when the thing pop up. And you'll be talking to somebody. But every now and then I'll be like, man, what they really talking about? That game was like a movie. What did he say? I'm curious. He said, what did he say? He said selective. It was just that last little bit. Yeah, I want to make sure I say it right. I want to look it up, man. That's the one, man. That is not no game. That's really, they really made that video game, put that in there. Because it was stuff like that going on in it. And I remember playing as Snake, and then that dude, I can't remember his name, but he's the other dude.
Right. Are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible?
I remember this shit. Like, man, I swear, man, I remember this shit. What's that? What'd he say? I'm telling you, bro, they was in there. They was in there chopping it up. They was letting you know. Selection for social sanity, and that's what they're doing. They're selecting who's going to take the MOTB through all the shit that's going on in the earth right now. That's what they're doing. Okay, they're going to know who's going to take it after all the shit goes down. Man, I want to ask ChatGPT what he thinks about it. See what he got to say about it. Let's see what he got to say about it. What is selection for social sanity? Let's do that. He can bring up the game. He'll be like, yeah, that was on Metal Gear Solid 2. Assassin. Let's pull it up. I'm going to show a little bit more stuff with AI. And I got a couple other things I want to point out going on over there in Venezuela, but we'll see. We'll see how the spirit works with it. Let's see what he say first. Damn. Did you possibly mean selection for social sanity, meaning abbreviated S3, right? See? It even brought up the video game. That's how you know, Jake. It's real. Even ChatGPT said it was in the video game. There it is, man. He said it was in the video game. What is selection for social sanity? It's a fictional program in a video game, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Officially, the S3 plan is said to stand for selection for social sanity, not Solid Snake simulation. That was a cover or misconception used in the game's narrative. Purpose and role in the story. The program is run an in-world organization AI collective known as the Patriots. Who is the Patriots? Who the fuck is the Patriots, man? That's America Babylon the Great, man. Come on, baby. Hey, man, its goal to manipulate world events. What happened in 2001? What happened 31 days later, man? They made this damn game, man. What happened 32 days before? What happened 32 days before? Everybody know. The same thing when you get in trouble and you get your phone and you click 3 numbers on it. Okay? If you don't get that, we moving on. Oh, man, this is heavy, baby. Woo! To manipulate world events and to shape individuals' beliefs, decisions, and perceptions by controlling information, effectively influencing society on a mass scale. Who this sound like, man? The game shows that the S3 plan uses information control, filtering what people see or know, shaping narratives or rewriting social reality. They do that. They got little AI bots that you know what I'm saying? They'll make sure you can only see certain things on YouTube and stuff. Okay, that's why you see most of us, we don't really get a lot of views because they filtering all everybody else because they know that they going off on some things. Because they were made wiser than Daniel. They know that they can't let everybody see what we talking about. Only the elect. I told you this. I do this, man. This is not no fake shit, man. Even ChatGPT said they use that in the game. I remember this shit. I'm telling you, man. So it says through S3, the game comments on real world concerns like information overload, media manipulation, and control of public opinion. That's what they just did with the video that the elder was showing. It suggests that controlling information, what gets said, who says it, and what gets passed on can be used to steer society. So they could take, like I said, they could take that and put that somewhere over there in the Middle East, and it doesn't even have words in it. It just shows them doing that. That could steer their whole society, be like, man, fuck the apostles of GMS. Like, they can do that. trying to tell you, man. It said they shall hate. It said they shall hate us for his name's sake. That's coming, Jake, because they gonna use this shit, bro. And a lot of Jakes, he gonna play with, gonna turn your ass on like a PlayStation 2, nigga. Old school on your ass. For the characters in the game, the mission the player thinks that they're carrying out, e.g., TERR risk threat, infiltration rescue may just be a part of the grander manipulation, undermining the idea of free will and rejective realities. They were basically saying there's no free will. That's what we're telling you. This is like this is what Esau is doing in his video games. What makes you think he's not going to really do something with AI, Jake? He did this in 2001 in a fucking video game. Man, you better start playing around with EJ. You better start praying Bahasham Yahawashi. He keep his wicked ass off you, man. Why it resonates even outside the game. Scholars and critics point out the idea. See, scholars and critics. Scholars. Who's part of them scholars? That was Apostle Great Millstone on down, because you see us doing it right now. Point out the idea of selection for social sanity is a metaphor for modern problems, post-truth, misinformation, censorship, or controlled media. It has been used in academic, philosophical discussion to reflect how information technologies, internet, media, AI can become tools for social engineering and psychological control. Man, I didn't even say it was in Metal Gear Solid. I said, what selection for for selection? What is that? It bring up the game. I didn't even say it was in there. It's data. This is truth. There it is. Shit, man. That's why I was like, let me watch through all of that. So I knew I was going to catch something. And then here's an example of it. And I got a couple other things I want to point out, but we'll probably do it tomorrow. I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. I'm already a minute and 12. We're just going to go into AI because that's basically the title. We'll go into what's going on there. And we know he hasn't really attacked yet over there in Venezuela, but they're cutting off communications. They're shutting off power and electricity. Maybe tomorrow he attacks them and we'll have more to talk about. Let's see. But we're going to show this. It says they have flock cameras and construction cones now. Okay, this is part of that, using that AI. So let's watch this. And then we're going to watch one more video.
And they got cameras and AI in them bitches now. Oh, yeah, we gonna talk.
If you see a traffic barrel on the side of the highway, it might be watching you. The Associated Press just exposed a secret border patrol program that is monitoring millions of U.S. drivers. They're hiding license plate readers inside of traffic safety equipment to track your movements without you knowing. Using AI to analyze your travel patterns, if the algorithm thinks your driving looks suspicious, like driving on back roads or making short trips, it flags you. Then they tell local police to pull you over. They call it a whisper stop. The cop will say it's for speeding or window tint, but they're actually hunting for intelligence. Former border patrol officials confirmed that the agency has tried to keep any mention of the surveillance program out of court documents and police reports, even going so far as proposing dropping charges rather than risk revealing any details about how the surveillance works.
God damn.
So sometimes they just catch them motherfuckers and letting their ass go just to see how the shit's working, Jake. So when the MOTB system come, nigga, your ass is not getting away with shit.
Now you got cones every motherfucking way. Now you got that AI built in them joints. No wonder shit don't ever get fixed. Oh my God. How many of y'all know this? We already know the flock. Just the thing. The flock cameras, y'all don't know what the flock camera do, like my man say. It pick up and it hit you. The cameras and AI that's got face recognition and it's letting you know you ain't been on the road. This car got this and it's letting you know it got guns in it now. Listen to me now. They know now if you riding with a gun in your shit, bro. Y'all better get hit, man. You know what I mean? It's out here. Our privacy is gone. If you like this, comment below. If you don't, fucking comment below. Because at the end of the day, we here now. Look, I'm about to put y'all on other games. Y'all comment below before I tell anybody. What else besides them damn cones got cameras on them?
All right, what else? There's one video we seen. It was a damn bird, and that nigga crashed into this window, and it was a camera in it. It was a fake bird. Hey man, Bahasham Yahawashi letting Esau do what he want to do, man. He's about to let him really try to run this shit, this digital lifestyle. Okay. So this is a new movie that's coming out in 2025 that dropped a month ago. The apostles, elders, brothers, elders put this out. So we're going to watch this, and then we're going to just pull up it said right here, it says, Exomi to lay off all workers and replace them with robots in his factory. So that's another place, going over there in the Middle East, they shutting down all that, and there's going to be straight robots in there working, whatever. Okay. We're going to watch this because they're going to have it where, okay, when I was watching that show that I was talking about, Halo or whatever, because, when anything that's like AI, the Lord been kind of just putting the spirit on me to go and rewatch that stuff, because Halo was one of my favorite games as a child too, when I was like 14. But like I said, in the movie, they had it where all of them couldn't really be augmented, like couldn't get the technology like fused in them to where they were super soldiers. There was some of them that they put it in them and they died. And what was crazy was the age that they made them do it was 6 years old. They all was 6 years old. There's a whole bunch of 6 years old children across the whole region, and they would take them and put that augmentation in them, and some of them survived and some of them didn't. And one of them, they put it in them, and that motherfucker was like the strongest out of all of them, which in the game they called the Master Chief. He was like the dude. Okay. But in the video game, it was way different because all of them died, and he was the only Spartan left. There were the Spartans, so he was the only one left. Okay, but in the movie, they had like squads. They had a whole bunch of them, but a lot of them was getting killed. But out of that, like they newest generation, the best of them, only 5 of them made it through the training and shit. The rest of them like didn't make it. Okay, and one of them was that guy. Okay, but basically the game goes into I guess it's like after he goes through all of that and he's older, okay, and everybody's dead and he's like the only one left, okay, and they're trying to get to this fucking ring, okay, because the Halo ring, that's like artificial, but it's also nature fused together. It can destroy and reset everything, okay. And they're trying to fight the Covenant, the damn aliens, before they get to it. Okay, I might even go in that game one day. It's definitely some hidden secrets in there too. I'm gonna go look into it and see what's up. But let's watch this real quick and then we'll get out of here.
What is this?
I think I got an idea.
Just like Iron Man.
Hell yeah!
Okay, so we messed up, but the world didn't end. We rebuilt it better, for some. The genetics. Genetically improved humans that live like kings.
See, that's what they was just trying to say. The selective sanitize, the ones that are gonna be part of society later, the ones that get genetically augmented. Okay, this is what they hoping to get.
Then there's the specials. Although there's nothing special about us.
Proposition 42 enables genetic enhancement for everyone.
Fix my suit. I'll pay you triple.
Deal.
Triple free. But don't go to the genetic district.
Trust me. It'll be in, out, boom.
Today's attack by the extremist anti-genetic squad is the bloodiest so far.
They're gonna frame the specials.
Well, we gotta do something then.
Let her go! He's the one behind all of this.
So basically, they got this nigga that's in a wheelchair. This nigga come out, now this nigga damn Superman. Esau, man. Nigga joke.
Crack the enigma of human evolution.
Question is, what are we gonna do about it?
We're gonna fight.
Bring it! They want you to think that you're useless, worthless. It's not true. It's evolution and you can't stop it.
See, this is what they putting out there, man. You know what they doing, man. But hey, man, that's it. You know, we went deep into some AI stuff. Lord willing, that fall into the flock. Shalom to the elect Israel, hopefully elect Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites, the other nations scattered across 4 corners of the earth. Want to give our praise to Barak there, Yahawashi. Double honors to those and the apostles of great millstone. Let us all to this truth. Wa Abba Babal. Peace, blessed to the elect. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.